What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you how to set up Dxtory for the first time and how to set up the H.264 encoder that goes along with it. So you're going to want to open up Dxtory and you're going to be greeted to a screen that looks like this. This is just an ignore settings screen, so don't worry about this tab. I'll go more in depth to it when I do my how to live stream video. This one is just your overlaying FPS tab. You can change where you want it on the screen. It just shows you your FPS, and then if you have these checked, it shows you your right FPS and your if you're recording or not. It'll turn this red. Depending on whatever color you choose, you can make it red or whatever. Next is the folder you want to save your videos to. I have two different folders for whatever games I'm going to play, so any other game besides Custom Zombies will go into this folder. So you're just going to want to open it up, find wherever you want to put a folder, and then hit OK. And then you're going to want to run the benchmark. Mine's going to be slow since I'm recording to the hard drive right now, but once it's done, that's how much, that's my megabytes per second write speed. So if you have over 100 megabytes per write, or over 100 megabytes a second write speed, then you can use 1080p and it shouldn't really give you any problems as long as your other hardware is good enough to play the game and record at the same time. So next, this is just going to be your hotkey tab. It's just whatever buttons you want to press to start recording and do screenshots and stuff like that. Next, this is what the default should look like if I remember. It looks like this. You're going to have the Dxtory video codec and then 29 frames per second and all of this stuff. So first, you're going to want to go into the description and I'll give you the H.264 codec. And then these are the settings that I have it. Now this is just copied off of the one in the link in the description, so you can just use that. However, just make it exactly like this. And then for frame rate, you're going to want to go to 30. And then for output, you're going to want file output, so it saves into a file. Direct show output is for live streaming, which again I'll go into more in depth in a different video. AVI is for your, it'll save into one file, it'll save into one AVI file. Raw cap is it'll save into a raw cap file. It'll do two to three different videos, and then you can use a raw cap converter like this and merge all videos into one AVI file. That's if you have a hard drive that isn't really up to par. Next is the include mouse cursor and the synchronized video FPS. Now include mouse cursor, I guess you can already tell what that is. If you want to include your mouse cursor, then you can do that. For synchronized video FPS, if I was to check that and if I was to record a game, it would bring my FPS from 60 down to wherever I put my FPS lock at. So it will go from 60 down to 30 whenever I've recorded. But if you have this off, then it'll just stay at 60 and it won't lock to your frame rate. Next is the scaling, 100%, 75, and 50. This is how much of your screen it's going to show. I usually do size just so it shows one monitor. So I have it set to 1080p. What you can do is set it to whatever your in-game is at, if you want to get your native resolution from in-game. So say if you want 720p, you put in 1280 by 720 and so on and so forth for resolutions below. Next is the audio tab. Now this one is a little bit different for me. I have a virtual audio cable kind of thing going on, so I can record. This is game volume, this is my microphone, and then this is TeamSpeak or Skype. So what yours will look like, you'll probably just have one and it'll have speakers. So it'll probably look something like this. Now that's just default. You can add another audio stream and then you can put in your microphone just like that. I'm just going to delete those two. Next up is your screenshots. Now, pretty self-explanatory, just screenshots and stuff like that. Next up is going to be the advanced settings. What you're going to want to do is go to processing threads and then just click the highest number that you can. I have an i7, so I have 8 processing threads. Now, with limited video FPS, that's if you're having stutter problems if you're recording. Like, say, I know in a game like Skyrim, it'll have stutter problems and it won't like work right. Like, it'll just keep stuttering when you're recording. It'll be at 60 FPS and your recording will be good, but the game will stutter itself. So if you go to limit video FPS and you click it, then it's not going to stutter anymore. It's going to be at 60 FPS and it's going to stay smooth when you're recording. So that's it for Dxtory. That's like the basic settings you need to know, everything like that. Now for the common problems that you have whenever you're like trying to edit an H.264 video. Alright, now I'm back and I got a clip from Dxtory and it's H.264 one. So when you try to go into any editing program, so let's say if you try to go into Premiere Pro, let it load up, untitled. Alright, so if you try to go and just bring in the clip, it's not going to work. Like, it's going to come up and it's just going to be this blank black screen. It's going to have the audio in it, but it's not going to have the actual like video for it. So to make it actually work, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to open up wherever your video file is and you're going to click extract audio stream. This is going to extract whatever audio is in the actual video, and then you're going to want to click open with and then Windows Movie Maker, and then what you're going to want to do is save movie and recommended for this project, and then you can name it however you want to name it and click save. Now it usually takes about half the time that the actual video is. So if you have a longer video, it might take a little while, but this is a 50-second video, and if I wasn't recording, it'd only take like 20 to 30 seconds to encode it. But once this is done, you'll be able to drop it into Premiere or drop it into Vegas and actually edit it. Alright, now it's done and a little prompt should come up. So you just hit close, no. So there it is right there. As you can tell, it's smaller video or a smaller video size than the already small video size that we had for the other video. So now what you're going to want to do is just drag and drop it. And then now you can drag and drop it into the timeline. I had to do it like that because I'm recording. I don't know why. Just change sequence settings. And then there you go. That's your video right there. And it's a little frozen, I think. Nope. Alright. So now what you're going to want to do is hit this and click, or right click this and hit unlink. Now you can click onto the audio and then you can hit the delete and it'll delete the audio, and then now you can drag and drop your audios into Vegas, and now you can do all your editing and you can output the file and everything like that. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you got something out of it, and I'm sorry if I stuttered or anything like that, but I hope this helps somebody out. I was fiddling around with this forever and it took me so long. I'll put a link in the description for the downloads, and yeah, so thanks guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to comment, rate, subscribe, all that stuff. Peace.